here again. Welcome back to FTB Unleashed. I've got to start today's episode with that weird going on. It's a creeper wearing a creeper. Bizarre. Hello then, here we are inside the building. I'm just making a little system here that I think I should probably make on camera. What I'm going to do is I'm going to set up a little system for the squeezer, making the ice shards, and I'm going to do it with logistics pipes, and I'm going to do it using this ME interface that we've got here for the lumber mill. And we use the ME interface that I've got set up for this to actually provide the resources for the squeezer as well. So I've moved the squeezer, I'm moving it out one. Oops, don't want to do that. Oh, it's all going wrong. Put that back. Put that red pipe wire back on there. There we go. That's all good again. I'm starting to like these quartz conductive pipes using the red pipe wire. I think I'm going to wire the Titan completely using the new Buildcraft conductive pipes rather than conduit, just to make it different. What I want here is I need a single piece of gold pipe. Doesn't have to be gold, could have been any. Could have been cobblestone, whatever. But I'm going to use a single piece of gold pipe here. I just want to use that to connect. So what I've got here, basic logistics pipe. This is exactly the same as what we've got downstairs with the remote orderer. And if you remember, I extended the remote orderer, which is under there somewhere. I extended it to supply this squeezer with the right amounts of phosphor and sand. So I'm doing exactly the same thing up here. So it's nothing that you've not seen before, but before I decided onto the remote orderer, this is just a little separate standalone system. It looks a bit messy. I could, of course, run all this underneath. I think there's an ME cable under there, isn't there? Yeah, there will be. So I can't actually run all this. I could run most of this underneath. Should I run it underneath? Nah, I'll leave it there. This is possibly temporary, so what we've got here is your basic things you need to add for this to work is you need a basic logistics pipe on an ME interface. That'll provide power to any little logistics pipe setup you've got. So a basic logistics pipe can pull power from an ME system. So you need a basic. You also need a provider logistics pipe on the ME interface. That lets the ME interface provide to the logic pipe system. So you need two sides of the ME interface with pipes on. And then I've just used that gold pipe there just to connect them two up, so this is part of the same system now, yeah? And the only little bit we need is this thing, supply logistics pipe. And now we can put our squeezer down, like so. That's all part of that now, and then we can set the squeezer to accept snowballs and ice. So let's do that. Snowball and crushed ice shard, I mean. We're going four of them, aren't we? So I'm just going to make it do it one at a time. And like I said, the way this works, I think it's going to waste quite a lot of stuff unless I've got somewhere to store this. But if we put in items to keep stocked, partial request no, that should just keep putting stuff in there. So there we go, you can see it's put stuff in. It should have power. Why you no got power? That should be saying has work, red pipe signal, and it has work. Does it have work? Just check the recipe for this. Come on, ice shard. Show me your business. One snowball, 4 ice shards. Should be working. One snowball, 4 ice shards. Why you no work? Well, that is interesting. That should be, that condition there should be working. Ah, there we go. It was the wrong. Because okay, I had the wrong condition there because I had a rolling machine there. So I've just made some steel tanks, which I'm going to show you in a minute. So even though it still has work, it's a different has work because this is a forestry machine and that's a railcraft machine. So you've got to be aware of that if you're swapping things about. So that there, that's just a normal gate there. So, sorry, no, it's not. It's an upgraded one, an AND gate. If the squeezer has work, so you see there, it's made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 10. But you meant to get 4 buckets for each of these, so I've probably lost 2 buckets of crushed ice there. So I don't know if that's the way the squeezer works. It makes it so you lose loads. Or I don't know if it's storing it in some kind of internal buffer that I can't see. I'm not sure. But every time that has work, it'll send a red pipe signal on. And of course down here we've got a redstone energy cell under there. And next to that we've got a wooden... Oops, what the hell have I done there? A wooden conductive pipe. Red pipe signal turns a redstone signal on. So that's where we're getting... Oh, that's what I did. Redstone signal, red pipe signal turns the redstone signal on, which puts power out from the energy cell behind there. So that means this is only getting power when it needs it. And that's the way I set up for that, if you remember. Just to confuse things. Sorry about that. So what we need to do now is get the liquid out of here somewhere. So let's just keep it easy for now with... Get this set up like this. And I want redstone signal on that. Now that's disabled, which is good. This, we'll disable that. We'll set this to user only. This wants to be a send. And as you see there, we've got ice in, which is going to be ice into the storage tank. So we'll set that. We ain't got an ice out yet though. And now all we need is a redstone signal on there. And as much as I could use a lever, I kind of like to use a basic gate for my redstone signals these days. So I'm going to put redstone signal off, redstone signal on. That's turned the redstone signal on there. That starts sending crushed ice through there. So as long as that's sending quicker, as long as the tank's empty. When the tank gets full though, it's going to be a different matter. When the tank gets full, it might lose some crushed ice. As it's going now, that's moving stuff quick enough so it won't lose any. So I guess I should show you where this is going. So this is all working nice. Little basic logistics pipe system works very nice. I think I can upgrade these to make them quicker. Not sure. Still don't know much about logistics pipes. There we go. So we've got a little setup there. So that's now automated. We've got automated crushed ice. And we've got quite a lot of ice shards. I made them yesterday, of course, but I actually turned the server off last night, so I turned my computer off for the night. There we go. 3,000 of them, so that should keep us, should start filling things up quite nicely. Now, what I've done over here is I'm starting to move this force liquid tank across to the Titan. So at the minute, I've got things set up a little bit weird. I've got force draining out of this into the tank, into the new tank, and I've also got the force coming from the... This is actually turned off at the minute, look. That's going to the new tank, which is... I'm saying that's the force out. What? Am I? I'm confused. I'm not sending that anyway. Should be sending that to force in to fill this tank up, I think. So that's actually going to force out. Okay, that's still feeding me engines. Ignore me. I'm confusing matters. So let's have a look up here. So these engines should still be getting fed. It looks like they are. Them liquid ducts are all full. So that's all good. They're getting fed still then. Okay. And then if we go on new base, I've started making a crazy amount of steel. And I've started making some crazy big tanks. Look at that. So I've recessed these in one. I can always cover these up if I want it to look more armoured. I can cover these up. I may cover these up with some kind of coloured glass, whether it's warded glass or MFR or Tinkers, I'm not sure yet, but I think I'm going to cover these with some kind of coloured glass that'll go with the final colour I make of the thing. I'll show you the Titan, what I've done to it in a minute. I might as well just sleep so it's daytime again. And I'll show you what I've done inside there. Now, I wanted to make really big tanks. Now, I could have gone bigger. Tanks, I believe, can go 9 by 9, which is ridiculous. I've actually done them 5 by 5 by 8. And I put 6 into that leg, and there's room in that leg for 6 as well, of course. Let me show you what's done up here first. So I've added most of the Titan. I carried on, finished this section off. Let's look in there. I put a couple of raft lamps in as well, just to light things up a bit. So I finished this section off, which, if you remember, was going to be like machines and stuff. So I'm going to put recessing machines into all these walls. All the walls are too thick, of course. And I've got a little mezzanine up here with this on. So this was actually in the right place for that. If you remember, these three monitors was there. I just moved them down one so I can get by a bit easier. But this is the room that I'm planning to put all my machines in. And then this next room is going to be my workshop. So this is where the actual start of this is where the head of the Titan's going to be. So I kind of built it at neck there. That's what that's about. So I brought the front of the Titan out. And then, so let's say the head will sit on this bit, and the castle sits on top of the head bit. So I've not done the back side of that yet, I've only done the front. But we're getting there, so all the boilers are going to go in that bit still. I'm thinking, after a comment from someone whose name I forget, I'm thinking of putting a nuclear reactor in the top of each leg to run 2 laser drills. And have the nuclear reactor provide most of the power for laser drills, but have the boilers kind of like a backup. Keep them running anyway, for the sake of it. I am going to put loads of force engines somewhere, so I'm not sure where they're going to go yet. That's the whole point of getting the liquid force and the crushed ice, though, isn't it? To run force engines at 16 EU a tick. So I may not even do boilers in here. If I start making 2 big nuclear reactors, which I'll do in their own episodes, nuclear reactor in each one of these providing power to some pre-charges here and a laser drill going down, and that'll go down through the middle of what's currently a light, but it'll go down through the middle of this tank farm area. So this is what I've done with the tank area. So you come in, of course the way into these is through the gaps in the toes. You come into it, I'm going to have 6 tanks in each leg. I'm going to leave this side empty for now. I could have more tanks here, but I think I'm going to do some kind of stairway up there, not sure yet. But if you look at each of these tanks, each one of these tanks holds 6.4 million buckets. 6,400 buckets worth, 6.4 million millibuckets. So that's kind of awesome. So I've got feeding there. I've got force in, and that's force in as well, and that's force out. That's wrong. Okay, force out's feeding to the engines at the old base, and it's feeding to here. Okay, that's right. That's what I'm doing. Okay, so I'm filling that up. And then once that's filled up, I'll feed the engines off from this. And then there we go, that's where the crushed ice is coming from. Is going to, should I say, from what we just set up there. So some nice big tanks. And I decide what else we're going to get in here. I'm going to get the biofuel in here, of course. We'll try and move away from lava. I do need lava still from the smeltery, so I will actually have a tank full of lava. But I'm going to try and get all my MJ power onto the force power. Biofuel for the boilers, and I'll see what else we're going to want. Right, I'll be back in a bit. I'll cut the camera there because my nephew's crying. I'm going to go see what's wrong with him, and we'll get on with some more stuff in a bit. Okay, I'm back, and it's the next day since you last saw me. My nephew was crying because he got put down for a nap and he didn't want to sleep, so I should have guessed. There was no video yesterday because I never got any more done. I was too busy yesterday morning, and I went out for a friend's birthday about dinner time yesterday, and I was out all day, and I've got a massive hangover today, so I had no chance of doing any recording last night because I was pretty wasted. And so this is also running late. It's 9:30 Monday morning, so this is going to go up today, but it's going to be late again. So I apologise for my schedule being all messed up. I am such a social darling that these things unfortunately happen occasionally. Now, I'm in my modular power suit. I said I want to use it for this season because I wanted to try different armours. Well, I think I've tried them all. I enjoyed using the nano, then I enjoyed using the gravity suit, and I enjoyed my little Thermix setup that I've been using there as well. But I just put this modular power suit on because Joseph asked me what cooling I'd use. So I put it on to try it, and I really have missed it, and just being able to jump without having to press any extra buttons and move around really quick is something I'm really enjoying. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually add some mods to this and start using this for a while. So we need to get some things in this. First of all, I've added some things to this. I've added the shock absorber so I can fall from any distance. I added the APU timer just messing around, but I didn't really need it. But I put that on all 4 bits just because I had loads of that. loads of that stuff, woven silk. So what I'm going to do is go through these things. The only thing that I've got modules in up to now, I've got shock absorber so you can fall from any height. I've got an elite battery in the boots. You don't, if you set this up right, you don't actually need an elite battery because your movement and that gets you enough power. But I put an elite battery in there. You could just have a basic battery, I think, if you set it up right with kinetic generator, which is what we're going to have. Up to now I put on sprint assist, jump assist, and uphill step assist. I'm going to put swim boost on as well. So I need to make an iron thruster and 2 solenoids for that. So let's go with that. We need 2 servo motors and a control circuit for that. So I've got all the bits in here ready. So ion thruster, we'll have one of them. And the solenoid, we'll have one of them. I've got some solenoids, okay. And is that crafting everything it needs? Let's have a look. Why are we missing stuff? And it is, oh, it's just waiting for the untuned tesseract. Okay, so that might take a little while. So that's crafting that. So basically servo motors and wool, got you them, it's nice and easy. These are all just more servo motors. And that iron thruster and solenoid, that's quite heavy, that, isn't it? Kinetic generator, I need 2 servo motors and a control circuit. Let's get that one done then. Servo, I want 2 of them. Control, I want 1 of them. And is my other stuff done yet? What was it, ion? No, it's still crap. Oh, it's just done. There it is. Iron thruster, cool. And I wanted 2 solenoids, didn't I? So let's have 2 of them. 2 of them. So that's these bits. So we can quickly add them to the suit. So there's nothing in there. We want to add that thing. Swim boost, cool. And then kinetic generator. That's gonna give me energy back just by moving around. It adds 4 kilos to our weight. Our weight up to now we've got 10 kilos because the elite battery set to full. There, that adds 10 kilos. And that adds another 4, so we're up to 14 kilos in total up to now. So that's all good. We've got everything there. Now the one thing I want to do here as well though is if you press K, you get to add buttons to this. Now the swim assist, I don't want it on all the time. I think that's the swim one, isn't it? So I'm going to give it a new button. I'm going to call it P. P will do. And P, I'm going to connect the swim assist to it. I'm also going to attach night vision to that. These I'm going to leave on all the time. That'll turn off, so I don't need that on all the time. I don't know if that actually kicks in unless you're not in water anyway. You see now on the right hand side, my little energy bar is going to go back up to 5 when I jump around and stuff. Don't make me a liar. Oh, well, it will. It's just going to stay at 4.99 then by the look of it, but the kinetic generator in the armour there should keep that full, depending on how much stuff we use. I'm not going to be using the power tool, so that should be alright. Onto here then, what we want in here, we're going to want a cooling system, 4 eyes of ender and a control circuit, and a water tank, glass, 2 more control circuits there then. So you what, I'll get these bits made because there's quite a little bit of fiddly making to do here. So I'm going to make the bits for a water tank, bits for a cooling system. I'm not going to use active camouflage magnet. I'm going to make a jetpack, a glider, and a parachute. And I don't think I'm going to bother with a thermal generator. I also need one of these things, energy shield, for each bit of the armour. So I'll make all these bits, and make some of these bits here as well. The water electrolyzer, for example, which I'll have turned on when the swim boost's on. And night vision probably the same. I'll get all the bits made. I'll be back in a minute. Yeah, then nice and quick. I've got all the bits ready. So let's look in my inventory first. There's all the bits I've made. 4 iron thrusters, some glider wings, some control circuits. Should be everything we need here. So let's start again from the bottom. Our bottom is done. Yep, elite battery. I want one of these energy shields. There we go. Field strength. Armour 6 points. Very nice. Then boots, legs I mean. We've got our kinetic generator. We want an energy shield in there as well. So another 6 points. So this is adding armour, it's not adding weight because we're using the energy shields, which is cool. Uses your energy instead of adding weight. That's still 10, that's still 4, yeah. Now onto here, we're going to want a cooling system because your suit can overheat, and if it overheats it sets you on fire. So let's bang that on full. And we want a water tank, full tank, and that adds us another 5 kilos on. So now we're at 19 kilos total. We also want to add our armour. There we go. And parachute, if you hold shift down and no direction buttons, you'll fall really slow. Glider, if you hold shift down and a direction button, you'll glide. And then jetpack is a jetpack. Wonderful. That's everything we need in there. And then finally, on the helmet, a whole collection of things in here. I want a water electrolyzer to breathe underwater. Thank you. I want a flight control. So that actually changed. Oh, what done there? Don't know what that's about. I'll have to check with that. Verticality, yeah. I've added a clock, compass. Not that I need them particularly. Orometer. I just need to go make some goggles revealing. What I'll do is, oh cool, got a clock up there. So what's this verticality thing mean? How do I go down? Let me down, damn it. Is that the verticality thing? Is it the down thing? Who knows? I'm stuck. Right, K. I am going to get a new button. I'm going to use F, which is already in use. So what I'm going to do first is options, controls, and gravity flight key is F. We're going to turn that off for now. We can have that as page up. There we go. So I'm going to turn my F key off from my gravity suit, and I'm going to add it. Trash that and try that again. F, there we go. F, and on my F I want my flight control, and I want my jetpack. On my P, I also want my water breathing thing there. So swim boost off, electro boost off, cool. Then that'll turn my jetpack off. Cool. So let's just quickly change that around. On the jetpack. Oh no, not the jetpack, on the flight control. What's that do for me then? Okay, so there we go. That's actually the direction, the arrow, the direction I'm looking now, it sends me that direction. So I can go up and I can go down. Very good, very good. We'll turn that off. So I won't need that most of the time because I've got a nice jump boost. I'll use it a little bit though. Cool, cool. We're getting there. And binoculars. We'll have some of them. Need to remember what button they are. And night vision. We'll have some of that. And I think that is everything. So I'll have to see how the power goes. I'll just pinch some goggles revealing from in here. There's that guy's got someone on he. Yep. Goggles revealing there. So let's jump down here again, get them on. And that'll give us an aura meter. And there we've got a fully spec'd up, pretty much. What did the power suit? So we've got a clock in the top corner. And I believe the bed, I don't know, compass, I thought it pointed it to my bed, but looks like it's pointing to spawn. Interesting. Yeah, it certainly looks like it's pointing to spawn, doesn't it? So that's what the compass seems to, it looks like it does. Yeah, look. So there's spawn. Roughly. Cool. And yeah, you still cannot, if you press L, no, not L, out of your inventory, you press L, you can change the colour and the settings of these, but in this version 1.1.4 it doesn't seem to work. If I click on any of them it'll just crash me. So I ain't going to do that. I think I've got everything set how I want it. What do I need to check? I need to check options, controls, and what is it? What is it looking for? Is it down the bottom? MPS zoom Y. Okay, so the Y button is my zoom button. There we go. Hello. Got these little blocks where Endermen have been dicking about. So that's the Y button. Cool. Was there anything else there? Cosmetic. Now we know about that one. Cycle tool backwards when we're not using our tool at the minute, so that's alright. Go down. MPS flight control. Z. Oh, okay. So what else is Z? Force belt. So that's why when I was flying, I wasn't pressing the right button. It said to go down. There we go. Cool. Right then. So that's the MPS suit sorted. So we can turn that off. Anything else? Oh, what have I missed here? Aha! I've missed the armor in the helmet, I believe. Let's check. There we go. Install that. So we're at a nice 19 kilo suit. I'm going to see what my water tank's empty as well. So to fill up the water tank, stand in water. You'll see my water tank starting to fill up down the bottom right there. So we'll let that fill up. The heat would be showing on the above the water tank there. I'm not actually generating much heat, but any heat that I do generate, the cooling system and the water tank will sort that out. So I'll just let that fill up. I'll leave it like that for now. That also fills up if you're in the rain. Right, a couple of things I need to mention. One, this ran out of fuel, so I've upped that to 16. It ran out of fuel and just seemed to get stuck. So, and then it got stuck under the trees, so the solar panels didn't work. So when I came on, there was loads of fully grown trees here, and I checked in my. I'm moving so quick, I love it. I checked in there and I was down to about 800 logs. Down to 300 now, look, so it's not actually keeping up because we're filling that big tank up. So be aware of that if you set it up the same as I did. So I've put it to 16, and 16 seems safe. Seems like a good amount to have in there. So there we go. And you may have noticed in my inventory, before I started doing the modular power suit stuff, I've got these 3 items, which is of course my laser drill. I've taken out of here. I've turned all these off. I'm going to start moving the boilers across. This is cooling down, see, look. I'm going to start moving the boilers across to the Titan and the laser drill. So let's start with the laser drill. Let's go get that added to the Titan. And I think I am going to have it coming out of his balls. Why not, eh? Right, let me in. Thank you. Now, do I have it? I guess the question is, do I have it here? Or do I have it over there? Let's have it here. They're all going to be facing the wrong way, aren't they? I need a bit of clear. Ah, oh, bugger. Come on, think about it, fool. Right. Let me get a couple of bits back in a sec. Okay, I'm down in the old liquid farm. I'm starting to move the liquids across. All the liquid has gone out there, the liquid force. What I'm going to move now is, as you can see, the biofuel's going. I just want to show you something here as well. What I've got here is, what should I do? Well, yeah, might as well. Okay. Didn't really think this through. Let's turn that off. Let that drain out. And what I'm going to use here is a liquid transfer node. Let's move that across one. This is how I'm going to be doing a setup in the new place. You may see I've got some speed upgrades in my inventory there, which I'm going to show you in just a minute. What we've got here is, if I put that on there, is that draining out? Yeah, you'd say, oh, that's draining out quicker than I expected it to. 9, 7, 5. That's going pretty quick. Okay, that's so that's transferring that out. What we can do with this, we've got these things here called transfer nodes, called upgrades, transfer node upgrade speed, and you make them using some blocks of redstone and some gold. And I don't know how many of these we can fit on here, but I know it's more than one. How many can we have? Well, there's 16. You can see that's taking a couple of buckets at a time, is it? about 2 buckets at a time. See how many of these we can get on here. See if we can get 32 on. Oh no, there we go. Looks like we're maxed out. So what's that then? That was 17. No, 16, 17, 18, 19 it's got on there, I think. And they come back off when you break that, so I'd get them, if I was to break that I'd get all them back, but I might as well just quickly drain that biofuel out, so that's coming pretty quick. So just over 2 in it. Very nice, very nice. So that's what I'm using to transfer my liquid. I'm getting the biofuel across there next, so I'll probably get the mob essence over there in a bit as well. Well, let's go back to the new base then, and I'll show you where I've put the laser. So I'm still not 100% sure on that, but there's a laser shooting out of its balls. I think it looks alright. I'll probably leave that like that. And of course it sets you on fire if you step in this. Don't do a great deal because of my suit. I don't do anything. I'm burning. So the way I've done it is I decided to move it a little bit. I've actually put it up in the roof there. So there we go. So I've decided to have that. Now what I need to do now is I've got the chest on there at the minute, but I am going to actually connect this straight up to my network up at this side. What I'm going to do is I am going to put the first of the boilers down to try and work out where we want these placed. So I think I'm going to go like that. Of course I need to get liquid. Tesseract's under here first. Full. Let's do that first. I'm going to bring my water plant over here as well. So liquid tesseracts. There. And there. One of these is going to be water. Receive only. Frequency 1, there we go. And one is going to be for the new that I've not set up yet, which is going to be 21. It's going to be biofuel out. Cool. So that's going to put biofuel into there. We don't actually want that to go in there yet though. Yeah, we can do. We can have it going in there as soon as it forms. Might as well warm this up. No point delaying it, is there? So up here then. Now what I'm going to use is I'm going to use redstone conduit. I am actually going to use the Buildcraft conductive pipes. Oops, not high enough. One more. Oh shit. No. There we go. There's a full 36. Yep. Water's filling up. The biofuel won't fill up yet because I've not actually got a liquid tesseracts down here. It's starting to fill that tank up. There we go. There's the biofuel tank. Starting to fill up. Nice and quick. Lovely. I'm having a little issue with the crushed ice tank at the minute, and the fact that back at the other base the logistics pipe thing isn't putting the crushed ice into the squeezer, so I don't know what's wrong there. I'm going to have to break that apart and have another look at it, I think. Right, so I'm going to do this. I'm going to want it up there. Well, first of all, there needs to be wood. Will that put into that, or will it need wood? If it needs wood, then it's going to be an issue, I think. Conductive. How much power can wood put through it? Oops. 32. 32. Okay. That's okay then. Wood doesn't connect to wood though, does it? So I think I am actually going to have to use conduit for this. I will use... I'll use a mixture. I'll use conduit into them. Which would that mean? Oh, do they? Do they combine? What I wanted to do is I wanted it so that I could have the pipes hidden under covers, but we're going to have power down to each one of these from each boiler, of course. I'll work it out. For now, let's put the engines on. Of course, this would work better if I actually had the conduit here. Let me go get the conduit. Back in a sec. So here I am then, down in the tank farm. I've got my thing set up down here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to produce 8 of these on each of these. So it'll go nice and quick, but not as quick as I think it'll be as quick as it needs to be anyway. So 8 on that one. And while I'm here, let me just bang 8 on that one as well. So 1, there we go. So that'll transfer stuff pretty quick out of them if you need to, and it looks nice and tidy as well. So of course part of it is because I like it looking tidy. I've also brought the advanced information panel from the other side, so I'll just quickly set that up. So bang that on there, make it inverted so it's on. I'm going to want this purple because it's biofuel. Also I'll go magenta. I'll go magenta. And I want it as thin as possible, like so. And then liquid sensor kit, and you need to click on one of the valves. We'll click on a valve there, boop, turns into a sensor location card. I'll also be doing more of these and putting that up at the top as well. Free capacity, turn them off. We've got biofuel and the amount and the percentage. Nice, I think that looks quite nice. So that's this end done. So now I've attached that. It should be filling the boiler up. So let's go have a look at the boiler. So I've just been messing around a little bit with clay. I don't think I like the clay, to be honest. I'm going to use glass, and I need to work out how to do this without flying off. I'm going to surround this with glass, I think. And with that, I brought some of this stuff, some of this quartz glass. I should actually use my wonder vehicle trade for that, shouldn't I? Let's get my wonder vehicle trade. And I'm going to place one piece. So there we go. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to block that in nicely like that. Shift click there, and them 4 bits can be that as well. And then, so I'm going to kind of box in with this nice connected texture glass. Like so, there we go. And so this is warming up now, because we're getting fuel in from downstairs. So we've got full fuel, full water. It's warming up, only 37 degrees. Once it's 100 degrees, of course, this will start running, which will actually start running the laser drill, even though it's only got one pre-charger set up so far. The way I'm going to do this time, instead of using redneck cable, I'm actually going to use these guys, redstone blocks. I'll go like that. The redstone block should power the engines. It's a bit weird on this side, but that's maybe a bit much, that, innit? I don't know. I may have to change where the conduit's routed to make that look better, but go on, shift, there we go, 1, 2, 3. So that should run the engine. So that's roughly what the engine's going to look like, and of course that's going to be puffing steam out and making a noise once it's up to temperature. So what do you reckon? Well, we'll see when I get all the rest in. What I'll do is I'll do all the rest off camera and I'll show you next episode. But for now, I'm going to say thank you very much for watching. I'm going to start the next episode straight away after this one, so it should be back on schedule for tomorrow, even because I've been a bit late for a while, haven't I? So yeah, I'm going to start that. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope I see you next time. Cheers. Bye.